What's going on, Shiny Crew? I'm TheSilverSlasher, and man has the plot of Pokemon games skyrocketed recently. We've gone from the old days of do this because you want to play a video game to do this. Here are the specific moral and decision-based reasons as they affect the plot of the game you're playing, and honestly I love that. In my opinion, one of the most effective ways they give you a reason to keep playing is to beat out and prove that you're stronger than your rival. Ranging from semi-psychotic to overly serious, these little squirts are there for you to beat up on in every Pokemon game. But oh wait, Sanchan Sama, which are your favorites? Well, I'm glad you asked, kind viewer, and that's why I've made this list of my top 5 rivals in Pokemon. Blah blah, this is opinionated, blah blah, please respect my opinion, blah blah, please don't tell me that I should die in the comment section. With that out of the way, let's get started. Number 5. Hugh. Let's, as I tend to do, kick off the list with an unpopular opinion. I really don't like Hugh as much as I think most people do. He wasn't bad, I mean he was far from the worst, but by the end of the game I was so sick of seeing his stupid Yu-Gi-Oh ass hair that I just stopped listening to him. After the almost hilariously mentally unstable mess that was Barry, lifeless characters that were May and Brendan, and one-note humans of Charon and Bianca, I was ready for another rival that was serious, and to be honest, Hugh kinda delivered on that. While he wasn't super competitive with you, he was dead set on taking down Team Plasma and would stop at absolutely nothing to stop them. There are even some parts of the game where the evil team says, "Oh crap, it's you, we gotta go," which has never happened outside of him. After you've watched him mow down as many Plasma members as you, you're ready to get a taste of his full strength, and you know, that part of him is great. The part of him that's not great is that damn Purloin. This Pokemon nearly soured the entire rival for me. He never shuts up about it. My sister's Purloin! My sister's Purloin! I know you want it back, now shut up! It's literally his only reason to want to take down Plasma for the majority of the game, and I got so sick of his whining that I couldn't take it anymore. And that's why he's number 5. Number 4. Wally. But not May and Brendan. Generally, when you have a rival, they are, well, to go along with the usual connotation of the word, equal to you, so it's a real competition to see who's stronger. Wally really doesn't start that way. When you first meet him, he's a sickly boy practically at death's door, but he still manages to go off on a journey and get stronger. By the end of the game, you can be sure he's your equal. This poor kid finally climbed his way up to your level, even learning to use Mega Evolution in the Oris timeline. That comeback story makes me enjoy him way more as a rival. But seriously, screw Brendan and May. The problem is that I feel like there's literally no reason to like them. They feel like they're just there to be a rival and not a full character. But whatever, this entry was about Wally, and I really think he's great. Number 3. Blue. After all the positivity I showed about Rocket in my top 5 evil teams video, I bet a bunch of you who called me a Gen 1er expected Blue to be at the top. I like Blue because he is designed for you to hate him. At every opportunity he gets, he's an ass to you. After you spend an entire game competing with him, building up your hatred, they reveal that, well, he won. He beat you to becoming champion, and to be honest, that's infuriating. Like, I kicked this guy's crap in so many times, but he still managed to beat me to it. It's at this point that you get to slaughter his entire team and take the throne. You really are the best. My problem with Blue is that he really doesn't have much character development other than being an ass, but I don't fault him too much for it since it was a limitation or flaw of the system back then. Sure, they could have probably jammed in more dialogue describing the inner workings of his character, but they didn't need to. He did his job as a rival, and that was just good enough. Number 2. Hau and Gladion. Yep, putting these in the same spot because in my eyes they have such a perfect dynamic that they shouldn't be separated. Honestly, I'm probably upsetting more people by putting Hau this high on the list than putting Hugh low, because so many people seem to hate the poor guy and I really don't get it. Also, I'm sure plenty of you are rushing down to the comment section to let me know why I'm wrong in calling Gladion a rival, but I implore you to reconsider. I mean, in our first encounter with him we learned that he's not a part of Team Skull, not really, and he never will be, so I really can't consider calling him anything else but a rival. Anyways, like I said, Hau and Gladion are not only great and fun characters on their own, the dynamic they have is so great that the time I remember most fondly of playing through the game is the time I spent with both of them. Hau is fun-loving and cares a lot about his friends, while still being able to lighten the mood when he knows things are serious. Gladion's running from his past, and he hates Hau, being somewhat nihilistic and a bit of a party pooper for most of the journey, but eventually warming up to the two of you later on. Not to mention that his ties to the plot of the game make him incredibly interesting. While Hau wants to take on the island challenge as well, his primary goal is to become strong enough to beat his grandfather. This gives him even more purpose, and the best part about it is, he succeeds. Eventually, he does get strong enough to beat Hala, as evidenced by him showing up in the champion room, with his new goal to be stronger than you. Gladion's ulterior motive is to create a better life for he and Type Null, who have undoubtedly had it rough thus far. If only one of them were made as a standalone character, they would not perform nearly as well, but their perfect dynamic puts them this high on the list. Number 1. Silver. My brain tried its best. It really did. My brain tried so freaking hard to find reasons to put Hau and Gladion at number 1. But no matter how hard my brain told me one thing, my heart told me that Silver had to be number 1. He's one of the most developed and unique characters to ever grace the franchise, and everything from his lore to introduction to final moments blow me away. To start with the lore, this kid is Giovanni's son. That's reason enough to put him high on the list, damn. And I know it was kind of the same with Gladion, but Silver was first, and I think he nailed it even more. Gladion was one piece of a family drama, while Silver was, well, the drama. He was so upset at his father for neglecting him in favor of Team Rocket that he screams at him and runs away before Gio decides, I don't care, and moves on with his day. Damn, Giovanni, that's harsh. Then you have his introduction. Instead of being given his Pokemon like you, he just waits at the window for an opportunity to swoop in and straight up steal one. At this point, you report him to the police, and he begins to act a lot like most other rivals. Every time you meet him though, he expresses his frustrations about how, even though he's trained his Pokemon perfectly, he can't beat you. This is what makes his Kanto encounters so beautiful. He finally gets it. The thing that makes you strong is the love and care you show your Pokemon. When you start fighting, your mind explodes because you immediately realize something. Every Pokemon that evolves via friendship or trading with friends is evolved for the first time. Actual, visible progression of a character's care for his Pokemon makes Silver, even after a decade and a half of competition, my favorite rival in all of Pokemon. Thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. It felt really good to make a video that I can be really truly proud of again after so long.
Even if it did take like 5 months.
And if you did enjoy, be sure to slash that like button and share this video with your friends. It would mean so very much to me. And if you want more awesome Pokemon content, be sure to join the Shiny crew by subscribing. This has been the Silver Slasher Wade Silver, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out.